This is my 2026 in the bag. Just spent a month in Florida playing some A tiers, won a little C tier, won a little bit of cash to start the season and to stay sharp. And I'm going to show you what I've been throwing and putting with. Putter line Lunas. Those are great. Pretty simple, just a putting putter I've always used. And then we have the throwing putters. Got a couple here. I'm a big MVP throwing putter guy. Besides this Flippy Luna, this thing's pretty much a utility disc for what's comfortable on the course. Very flippy. We got a hard neutron proxy. This thing's a stable for a proxy and goes pretty far. One of the more stable ones. Then we have the Watt, which is pretty much a slower proxy. Lots of flip, but can handle a lot of torque. And then we have a JL dyed soft neutron proxy. This is a little bit flippier. I throw this if the blue proxy isn't flying good. We have a soft Envy. This has been my backhand zone lately just because I want to work on the fan grip putter. This thing goes unbelievably far and is so stable. This thing goes like 350. Kind of weird how that works. We got one more throwing putter in here. We got the Range. I used to forehand Lunas a lot for scramble shots, and this flies the exact same as a Luna on a forehand. And for backhand, I throw it for approaches as well. And we got some mids. We actually got quite a few mids. Zones aren't technically a mid, but here are the zones. We got my go-to zone. This is the green Glozy 2020 Ledgestone Run. This is my straight one. I throw it for pretty much every par 3 between 280 and like 340. Then we have just the go-to stable zone. This is just that, but way more stable. Then we have the longer zone, the Quake. If the wind's up a little bit in the green zone, can't handle it, I'll throw this Quake. Then we have the unbelievably stable Gyropalooza Balance. This thing's like a utility mid almost. Doesn't go very far. And then we have the MD5. Found this in a used bin. This thing is crazy stable. I was throwing it in like 30-mile-an-hour winds flex shots, and it was like coming back and flaring. More stable than the Balance even. Then we have the GOAT, the Apollo. Yeah, everyone knows about the Apollo. If you don't, it's like a 5.5 speed pretty much. It's a shallow, beaded, low shoulder mid-range. I'll throw this up to like 375, 380 sometimes. And it's just amazing. It's like my neutral to flippy mid. Then we have the MD4, a flat Innova made one. This is just the Apollo, but a half speed slower. So if I'm just throwing the Apollo too far that day, I'll throw the MD4. Then we have a chrome Apollo. This is like a Buzz SS of Apollos. Same mold, but I can throw this on a lot of hyzer and I'll flip all the way over, which is cool. Then we got some drivers. We got a ESP Sparkle Glow Passion. This is a very stable run of Passion. I can hit this pretty hard flat and it'll fly straight. It's like my 8-speed. That's pretty much my only fairway. Then we got the Firebirds. We only got 2 here. We got my go-to stable one, hyzers, forehands, whatever. This one's just like the perfect Firebird. I run through these all the time. Then we got the Cap Wrap of Firebirds, the 2019 Sexton. Yeah, not much explaining to do on that one. It's just stable, utility kind of thing. Then we have a Test Flight Athena that I've been trying out. Just kind of fun to throw in practice, and some holes in tournaments I'll throw it if I'm feeling it. Then we got the Trail, another utility fairway. This thing just kind of bombs, but it's pretty touchy, but it goes really far. So if things go to the right and my forehand's not working, I'll use the Trail. Then we have a half and half FD1. This is also just a fun disc that I like to throw. Just fun in practice, and it looks cool when it flies. Just like a stable 7-speed. That and the Athena are pretty interchangeable. Then we got the Thundies. We got the most stable 2020 like Blurple Thunderbird. Jeremy Colling. This thing is just a good wind fighter. Very stable. And then we have my go-to right now, a Halo Thunderbird from Worlds. This thing is like a straight to stable, amazing Thunderbird. Goes super far. And then we got the Blue Thundy. This is another go-to if I need to throw it straight, 400 plus. This thing I can hyzer flip up to flat. And this thing goes ridiculously far, and I'm so consistent with this thing. And then we have more of a utility Thunderbird. This is the flippier one. If I'm throwing too much hyzer that day, I'll just switch to this one, and I'll fly just like the blue one. And I honestly don't have that many drivers yet because I'm not good at throwing drivers. We got a factory second Star Wraith. This is just a super stable Wraith. It's got a ton of dome. And I even use this for forehands up to like 350. And then for backhands, it kind of just hyzers. It doesn't even flip, to be honest. The thing is amazing. And we got a couple destroyers. This is a replacement for the 2020 Calvin I lost at Polk County. I was throwing the Black Halo into like 30, 40 mile an hour headwinds, and it was just flipping up and flying like 450. Couldn't believe it, so I'm definitely going to keep one of these in the bag. And then we have the go of all destroyers, the 2020 Calvin. These things have good dome. And I throw this when there's like any little bit of wind, I'll throw it on every par four, pretty much forehand or backhand. Then we got something new to the bag, a Quasar. This is like the boss mode, but Millennium. And it's like this freaking sparkle. Got this at a disc golf store at Pure Line Disc Golf. This is like the destroyer, but a little further, a little better at wind fighting. It's just fun to throw. Some days I'm just better with that one. And then we have the warm-ups. We got the finger extensor. Can't injure the fingies. And we have the finger cruncher, which I think everyone needs, to be honest. And that's it.